Yo, peace God, peace goddesses. So, I'm gonna talk about some important shit today. Like, this shit is like real shit. And it's still important to cutting people off. Like, let's be real. How many times you gonna argue with that nigga, sis? Like, for real, how many times you gonna argue with your man before enough is enough? Or, bruh, how many times you gonna get into it with your nigga? How many times you and this nigga finna have a shootout and y'all squash that shit out? Like, how many times is y'all really finna, like, keep doing this shit and not realizing, like, yo, like, this shit is toxic. It is not healthy for you all. Like, we have a brain, and our brain can only take so much stress before it explodes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to read this one book called Why Do Good People Do, Bad Things? And that book attracted me because I knew I was a good man. Even though, I probably was a boy, really, I knew I was a good person. And I just kept lashing out. I kept having, like, episodes where I'm like, fuck the war, right? Like, yo, what's happening? You feel me? And I realized that my innocence got stolen away from me as a child. Like, I got my ass beat. As a child, like, I got beat bad, you know what I'm saying, by my mom. Like, no disrespect, mom, but this is my truth and I love you, you feel me? But I just gotta speak my truth, you feel me? I'm going up. But, so I was always defensive because I couldn't never hit my mom back. But if anybody else come at me, oh yeah, you getting all this smoke. Like, I remember one day I had to fight this dude named Pat from Harvard. What's up, Pat? And my mom was like, she like the referee of the fight, basically. You feel me? It's like a whole bunch of people. And then that's why, it's good to cut people off. Because let me tell you the story. So the only reason I got into a fight with Pat was because Jabriz told me about Pat. He's like, yeah, Pat, he messing with me. I'm like, what? Because I guess Pat went to Jameson. Possibly. I'm not sure if he went to Jameson, but I know he didn't go to Moses Cleveland. I went to Moses Cleveland. And I know Pat, he was like bullying Jabriz. Jabriz was my best friend, you feel me? And I guess I was talking stuff about Pat. Mind you, I'm only in the 5th grade at this time. And when I'm doing this, out of nowhere, Jabriz coming to my house, like, yo, Pat wanna fight you. I'm like, what? Nah, I ain't wanna, come on, stop playing with me, boy, I do this shit. Darnell and Bosco, they right next door. Them niggas from like 146 in Kinston, I think. You feel me? And so they like, I'm doing push. Mind you, I'm like 11, 12 years old. I'm doing push-ups, getting ready for the fight. They're like, no, I don't do them push-ups. You feel me? Like, you gonna run out of energy and stuff. You feel me? So, mind you, we talking about cutting people off, right? So, Pat come, he was trying to bang. My mama like, what? Nigga, go beat that nigga. You feel me? My mama like, yes. My mama from Superior, you heard me? So my mama like, yeah, go ahead and go, you know what I'm saying? Go give him the hand. So me, what's happening? You feel me? But my mama, she talking shit the whole time. Like, think about your daddy. I'm like, man, mom, chill out, man. You messing up my fight. You feel me? So long story short, I go to say this. This nigga Jabriz got me in some bullshit. Like, nigga, Jabriz, you supposed to be jumping this nigga. Like, on some G shit, bro. Like, that's how I felt, though. Like, I'm like, bro, you come to me at school, you telling me this nigga Pat bullying you. So I'm talking shit like, I'll beat that nigga up. That nigga ain't shit. And you go tell Pat that I said that. And now you bring Pat to my house to fight me? Nigga, we supposed to jump that nigga. And I cut that nigga off back then, you feel me? Like, yo, we got back cool, better than life. But I'm just saying, though, like, that was one prime example. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you another example. Like, I was the man in middle school. Everybody know that. Stop playing. You feel me? Everybody know I was the fucking man. My sister had my stats. My sister up there parlaying motherfuckers, giving motherfuckers my money and shit. End up losing like 10 bands. I'm trusting my sister and shit. Just like one time, I'm finna beat this nigga Darnell. He owe me like $10, right? Because I was selling, you know what I'm saying? And I want my money, like, you're not finna pay me on my money, bruh. Like, I'm from 153rd, you feel me, though? Like, you from the 40s. I'm not from the 40s no more. I used to be from the 40s, but them niggas broke in my house, so I ain't rocking with them, you feel me? And it was sad because, like, this is my blood sister. She already done motherfucking stole 10 bands from me, right? Now, like, later in life, because I was, like, 14 probably back then, now, this like 21, you feel me? Mind you, I'm not no felon. I was a felon when I was like a teenager, you feel me? So, boom, I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I moved back on Kingston from the Heights just to get my little papers back together, you feel me? All I know is that I'm sorry this nigga owe me my bread, you feel me? So I made a gun range in my backyard, like right on 140th and Kingston. You feel me? My mama used to live in that yellow house. I made a gun range, so I used to shoot my gun and let off steam. Man, I go downstairs, just cock the gun so that nigga know what's up though. Like, bro, like I'm not finna bust you, but nigga, if you try anything, you getting smoked. Period. You feel me? And this my sister, so my sister baby daddy, so I don't give a fuck. Nigga, you supposed to be on my side. I'm your brother. You feel me? I'm your baby brother. You heard me? And this motherfucker gonna call the police on me, you feel me? 4-2 thirsty, getting out, boom, 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 boom. Motherfucker is Wordell, and then it's Lil Don uncle from the third, you feel me? Y'all know Lil Don. His uncle arrest me, 4-2 thirsty arrest me, Verdell, you know, Verdell, we talking shit. Verdell, he had me in handcuffs at 11 years old. So I'm like, Verdell, what the fuck going on? I got this is my gun, this is my house. They said, yeah, but your sister called the police on you. What? I called a fucking gun charge by my sister, you feel me? We get back cool in life and shit. But I call her and be like, yo, sis, I need you to write me a testimony. Like, I'm going places. I am Salome Malik. You feel me? Write me a little, you know, testimony. She ain't even respond. I blocked her ass, you feel me? Just like one of my closest homies and shit. Like, he mad at me because he said don't say his name. I'm not going to say his name, you feel me? Whatever. But he knows exactly who I'm talking about. And she know who I'm talking about. So I remember like this. You feel me? I'm like, yo, I was the man in middle school. I had Saran, that was his cousin. Then I had Nicole, she was bad, little sexy, little chocolate, long hair, natural, you feel me? And that nigga wanted Nicole, you feel me, the whole time. So, I'm going with Nicole, I'm going with Saran, I got bitches all, I'm going with Tashara, I got bitches, you feel me, no disrespect. And, as that happened, you feel me? This nigga get mad, like, what? You go with Nicole? I'm telling my cousin. I'm like, why would you tell your cousin? Like, you my nigga, fuck that shit. I'm like, here go $250. Is you gonna? He like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell nobody that. I'm not gonna tell her that you go with Nicole. Nigga, Nicole, no. Sharon called my phone like, nigga, you go with Nicole? I'm like, this nigga fucking then snitched on me and shit. This nigga is a fucking rat. And I didn't never find that. I never, but I didn't know about the other situation I'm about to talk about. So later in life, maybe like, I was maybe 15 at the time. Then I turned like, you know, older, maybe like 27. And I started talking to Nicole again. You feel me? She got thick and shit. Cut her hair off and shit. Did some jail time. What's happening, Nicole? And, you know, that's big dog. But anyway, she said, you still talk to this nigga? It's like, do you know this nigga used to be in my ear trying to fuck me and saying fuck you? Like he was disrespecting you behind your back. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't even pick that. I wouldn't even, you know, I wouldn't even, that don't even surprise me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that don't even surprise me. A nigga like that say some shit like that on the gods. You feel me? But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? So later in life, I'm thugging, you feel me? I still rock with the nigga. I'm like, okay, we was kids at that time. You know, this nigga wrote me my first rap. This nigga motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, got me my first strap. You know what I'm saying? This nigga told me not to shoot this punk ass dude I was finna shoot. I'm trying to clean up my cursing. But, so yeah, so I'm like, okay, bet. I'm like, and I ain't never say nothing to him. I still was long distance. I always gave him a long spoon, I'm gonna be honest. It's just that I kept giving him a longer and longer spoon. Mind you, this is about cutting people off, right? So I realized, like, okay, bet, this nigga just got a longer spoon. Like, I love this nigga to death, you feel me though? Like, I never really cut this nigga off for real, like, to give this nigga a longer spoon. But then, like, one time, you know, I brought this nigga to my house in the Heights. You know, my ex in the house and shit, woulda, you know, my ex was bad, you feel me? You know who you is, bad little thing, you feel me? She bad now, you feel me? Still cold. Even though she was colder with me, you heard me, you know. But hey, so I'm like, one day he texted me like, man, Jody is bad. So I'm thinking in my head though, like, okay, look, B, like, I don't know if you know, like, I proposed to Jody. Like, I don't know if you know, I was trying to get Jody my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, I feel about Jody like how you would feel about your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, both your baby mamas, you feel me? Because I was attracted to both his baby mamas and shit, but I'm like, okay, this nigga baby mama. I'm a loyal ass nigga, you feel me? I ain't finna they off limits. Even though me and his one baby mama know each other since 9th grade, and I went with his baby mama before, you know what I'm saying? Before they was kind of talking, like, you feel me? Like, we already had went together in 9th grade and shit. You know what I'm saying? So she was already my girl, but I said, this is baby mama. No, I ain't gonna smash her because I wanted to smash. She was hella bad. She got hella. I'm trying not to say names and shit, but you know I will. But you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, you know what I'm saying? I pull up, you feel me? And, you know, the text, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know she cold, woulda. But then my motherfucking little cousin, this nigga text me like, man, I wanna fuck old girl. I ain't gonna say her now. I'm like, man, these niggas tripping. Why is they talking about my ex? Like, this is a hoe. Like, oh, I can see if she was one of my hoes. That's the difference. You can have a hoe. You can't have one of my women that I had a heart towards. Only had a heart towards 3 women. You feel me? If I went with you before I was 18, I don't count that. That's not a real relationship. You feel me? I only count my relationships after I was 18. That was only 3. So I only had 3 girlfriends in my life. And so I do that little shit, you feel me? And then all I know is that this nigga texts me again, like, man, she got a fat ass. I'm like, man, man, this nigga pisses me off though, like, you feel me? But I know how this nigga is because I really feel like that, you know, since I used to kind of beat this nigga up as a kid, when he leveled up, cause that little nigga leveled the fuck up, became God body on some shit. I feel like he wanted me to feel it, even though I really wasn't. I'm just in my brain analyzing how I'm gonna move in the future. Cause I knew I was gonna cut the nigga off. I just need to know the right time to cut him off. You feel me? And then this nigga texts me again. The other nigga, not my cousin. The other nigga texts me again. Like, man, he like, oh girl, bad. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck both these niggas, bro. In my brain, cause this is when I'm full God buddy. I'm full God body at this time. So that means I don't give a shit. So then I just cut these niggas off. And then nigga trying to think that we still cool. So I just had to tell him like, hey bro, you kind of hurt me because you is literally talking about a woman that I was madly in love with, that I was going crazy over, that I didn't went to jail over, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that shit pissed me the fuck off. And he up here getting defensive like, man, you know how we talk about these hoes? I'm like, hey, she not no hoe, you feel me? Clear that up. And then he gonna DM my ex. Like, why this nigga mad? He like, why Fred? My name not Fred, my name's Salone for one. He like, why this nigga Fred getting mad at you, getting mad at me, because I'm saying you look bad and you up there kissing another nigga. My nigga, that's not my girl no more, bro. Like, this is like my best friend now. So it's not that I'm getting mad, it's I'm getting frustrated with your loyalty. I'm like, how can I bring nice things around you if you're going to go behind my back and do these things and you're going to lie to me and say you didn't know that was my girl? Okay, I have a perfect memory. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't drink. You feel me? If I do, I probably recreational and shit when shit gets too tight. But that shit pissed me off. So I'm not, it wasn't, my nigga, it's not that I'm mad at you for wanting what I have. It's that I'm upset that you don't have that loyalty still. So this shit been going on for about 15, 16 years of that, you know, unloyalty. You know what I'm saying? Just like even somebody that I love dearly though, like I asked this person for a testimony 3 times. They never did. I text them. I blocked their ass off the text. I'm blocking people because I know that I have to cut people off because where I'm going, they're going to hold me back. It's like one of my exes from last year. You know what I'm saying? I want to say this bitch. This motherfucker threw the whole house away. She threw away my clothes. She threw away the bed. She threw away the chair. She threw away the food. She threw away the whole house. She threw away probably about $5,000 worth of shit, including my clothes in the house. And moved to fucking Florida. And got the audacity to call me back 6 months later. And then got the audacity to call me another 6 months later after that. Trying to get back with me. Because I'm God body, you hear me? Like, no, bitch, you cut out of my life too. And that's how I really feel. So, man, y'all holding people, like these people holding y'all back. Because when I cut them motherfuckers off, I start leveling up. Because I didn't give a fuck no more. It's like all this time I was holding back. It's like I'm up here holding fucking back and like, yo, no, I'm gonna just condemn this. I'm gonna keep this relationship close. Like, this is my family. Fuck that. Like, my little cousin, I love my little cousin, not the other little cousin. I'm not talking about my blood cousin. You feel me? He in Alabama. I ain't gonna say no names. But that little nigga in Alabama, I cut him off and his daddy off. Cause his daddy, I asked his daddy for a testimony. His daddy up here talking about he got COVID. Bro, I'm trying to be a multi-millionaire, so we ain't got to never worry about getting sick ever. You up here giving me an excuse? We God body. We supposed to be abundant, not sick. So I blocked his daddy. And then I'm feeling foggy. So then I text the little cuz like, yo, what's happening? He's like, who is this? I'm like, so this nigga gonna act like he don't know who I am. Or he got a new phone. So that means he got a new phone and he ain't called me or hit me up on Instagram to ask for my number. Because he watching my stories. He watching my reels, even though he don't like my shit. Just like you can go to Instagram, right, and you can see who like your pictures and who unlike your pictures. My little sister liked my picture, then unlike my picture. And then my cousin, you feel me, best friend, that's supposed to be my dog, my brother, he liked my picture and unlike my shit. It sounds petty, but I'm just saying, I'm cutting niggas off. I cut him off, her off. I cut all of them off, and I felt better. Why? Because they was dead weight. They don't serve me. They take away from me. They come around my life, try to get information, try to get these gems, then they go fade to dust. I called my little cousin like, bro, you a hoe. I'm like, you must be gay as hell. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, you not my family. I'm like, nigga, you don't call me, you don't check up on me. You like my favorite. Like, nigga, I'm like, nigga, I got too much love for you. I got so much love for you. I gotta let that shit go because that shit hold me back. Because when I'm making my plans and shit, and I'm figuring out where I'm gonna place niggas around me and how I'm gonna get these niggas these games so this shit can live on. I'm like, man, this shit ain't even getting reciprocated though. You feel me?